Enjoy more than 250,000
Hello.
$80 a month at SmileDirectClub.com.
I'm back. So, you guys asked for it, and here it is. What I eat in a day. So, I don't have my stand anymore. Ugh. So I gotta figure it out. Oh, almost dropped it. Silly Nelly. What the heck was it? That's not how you do it.
Oh, I do it.
You're doing it wrong. Okay. Back to filming.
Really?
Turn it all around.
Okay, you asked to see what I do in a day / what I eat in a day. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I eat in a day. So first, we're gonna start off by making my at-home coffee. I have not bought coffee from Starbucks or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts for a couple weeks now because this has been how I make my coffee. So
That's too loud?
I need you to hold the camera.
What? The camera?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. They asked for this yesterday, last night.
What are you showing them?
So as a creamer, I use my Coffee Mate Coconut Caramel Latte, which is this one. So good. And then I use the medium roast unsweetened Starbucks iced coffee, which I get at Walmart. This guy here, I get from Publix, which is in Florida. I think they also have it at Walmart. And then I also put in some soy milk from Silk, and it's the original one. Where is it?
My first.
So I'm filling it up halfway, right there. It's probably a little too much. And then I put in the soy milk. And then I put in the creamer. Now you put in the creamer. And it goes all the way to the top. So that's what it looks like before you stir it. And then I take my straw. And the ice gets really stuck. Sometimes I let it stand. But sometimes it lets me do it. And that's literally how I stir it. And it stirs it all. And then taste it for sweetness. I'm going to add a little bit more sweetener. Because I did put a little bit more coffee than usual. Taste it again. Yum! Cover it. And you're all done. So that's how I make my coffee. It's no specific measurement. It's just what I have like tasted and tried. I don't like too much the taste of like the coffee, of this coffee. So that's why I just want to taste mostly the coconut. If you like coconut, you're gonna love this. It's coconut caramel latte. It tastes so good. And then I add the soy milk, which also gives it a different taste. I'm lactose intolerant, so that's why this is the milk that I use. And I don't have any issues when it comes to this creamer as far as like it messing with my stomach, so it's all trial and error. So now what I'll do is I cover it, my straw's in there, everything's in there. Says follow your dreams on this tumbler, which I think is cute. So then I just put everything away and then I try to think what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. Yesterday I had an omelet. Yesterday I had an omelet, and today I'm gonna have boiled eggs with bagel and these little sausages that I make. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm gonna be making. By the way, these cute pots, I got them from Walmart, and it's actually from the Tasty collection. I don't know if you could see that. This light is so bright. Tasty collection. But it's super cute, the super blue. Love it. Okay, so these are the sausages that I have. It's Vermont maple syrup breakfast sausage. It comes with a whole bunch of links. It was a 3-pack that I got from Sam's. Something good for breakfast. I don't eat it every day, but it's a choice that I have there to eat. That and the bagel. And then I have the Lender's onion bagel, which I love, and I get these from Walmart. So, putting the eggs in to boil. I have 2, so I'm putting them in, and then I'm having 2 of the sausages. I put in a little bit of water just because I don't like putting it on there dry, and it doesn't need oil or anything because, you know, sausage releases its own oils. So I just put it in there. I put it on pretty much medium heat for both of them. Okay, so this is the final look. I put everything in this little Tupperware. 2 boiled eggs, my 2 sausages, and the onion bagel with regular cream cheese on top. I have my coffee, and I have Snapple mango tea. To eat my breakfast, I drink the Snapple, and then I enjoy my coffee afterwards. I kind of like it to sit there so it could get really cold. That's why I make it first before anything. But yeah, that's it. This is what it looks like, and this is what I'm eating for breakfast. Excuse Juno, she's over there shaking and whining. So yeah, this is what I eat for breakfast, and then I will probably have like a snack, like a yogurt type of snack or something like that. But I'll come back on here to show you guys what snack I have before lunch, and then what I eat for lunch, and then the snack I have after that, and then what I eat for dinner. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I'm just locking my door. As you can see, I look way different than this morning, and dressed and all. On a bump shot, there's baby. Look at that. Here it looks crazy big, but then here it doesn't. But there you go. It's a little bit bigger today. So to continue this whole what I eat in a day thing, I kind of cheated because I did eat kind of late this morning when it came to breakfast, and then I had my coffee, which fills me up, which is what you guys saw. And then I'm gonna pull out, I usually have these yogurt smoothies that I get from, you can find them at Walmart. You can find them at Walmart. You can find them at Publix in case you're Floridian. Hold on, because I'm bowling. I mean, stuff is falling. So what I get is this Light and Fit Protein Smoothies. And I had the strawberry banana, which now for some reason baby doesn't like. So I won't be getting that one anymore. But before I had no problem with it. It just turns out that not fond of the taste. So I have this one in the berries, mixed berries. So I have one after breakfast around close to lunchtime. It kind of holds me off, especially if I'm running around. My appointment that I had today was 2 hours long. There was a lot to go over. I got blood work done. I did do the genetic testing today, so I will be knowing the gender in 2 weeks, but we're gonna postpone the gender reveal till June 1st because Angel has to go away for business purposes, so we're gonna have to postpone that. And then plus the gender reveal was supposed to be May 4th, but which is next Saturday, but because the testing is gonna take 2 weeks to come back and he has to go away, we're just gonna postpone it to June 1st, which is okay. So yeah, that's that. So I had that in the doctor's office, and now what I'm about to eat to hold me, because I need to eat something because obviously my schedule is hectic, which this happens. Now I'm about to eat this. This is just black beans with rice, and it's just my little recipe of how I make black beans, I guess. If you guys want to see how I make my black beans, then leave a comment below and I will definitely make that. So this is what I'm gonna eat now, and I'm probably gonna eat it with juice or something. Better lighting is here. So I'm probably gonna eat that with like juice, and then while I cook dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I'm gonna make for dinner and what I'm doing. So I'm making pork chops. So I went ahead and I seasoned them. And that water looking stuff is just like the steam of it. And I also put butter in there, and I season them with Sazon packets too, adobo, and I use garlic powder. And then in this pot right here is where I'm gonna be making my small red beans. I'm Hispanic, so I make everything Hispanic style. So I have some peppers, which is from this bag, already chopped up pepper stir fry with sliced green, red, and yellow bell peppers and white onions. And I also did mince, if you can see over here, I did mince some of the white onion as well, but it's a sweeter type of white onion. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but I just have that. And then I also cut up some of this ham Smithfield Anytime boneless ham steak. So it comes in this pack, and it was I think it was buy one get one free. So I have another one, and then I just cut as I use, like a quarter of it really, and then I put it in the Ziploc bag and I put it back in the fridge. But yeah, this is what I'm doing now. I'm just letting it, and I put a little bit of Crisco pure vegetable oil, and I just put that in there, and then just letting it kind of cook in the oil. Just I want the ham to get like you know, cooked a little, and I want the peppers and the onions and everything to kind of get cooked and stuff, and I want them to kind of get a little glazed, like golden type of color. So I let them do that, and it's on medium heat right now. Look at my pots, aren't they so cute? I love my pots. Anyway, I will go ahead and just continue here. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna eat my lunch that I told you guys about right here. I'm gonna stir that together, I'm gonna eat it, and then I'll be back when I'm gonna continue making the beans so you guys can see how I make my red small beans. Okay, be back in a sec. Okay, so I want to have you kind of pot level because I want you to see as I'm putting in. So like I showed you guys, I put in the peppers and the ham and stuff in here. So I'm gonna start adding seasoning because since it's starting to cook, you kind of know that it's cooking in the oil, kind of like a fry type of like cooking in the oil, because you can smell the peppers and the onions and you can smell the ham. So that's how you know that it's pretty much cooked or cooking where you want it to be, and that's how I know to start adding seasoning in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I usually make my own sofrito, but I haven't had the chance to. I'm gonna be making it sometime this week. I have to go get the stuff for it in the supermarket, and if you want to see how I do that for my Spanish fellow people or anybody that wants to learn how to make sofrito, then let me know and leave a comment below and I'll make a video for that too. But for the time being, I'm using the canned one, and I'm generous with it. As you can see, this spoonful, I put it in, and then I'm gonna take a little bit less, like this. So the other one is like overflowing, this one isn't. I'm trying so hard not to like scrape the pan, the pot with this spoon, because I want no scratches on my new pots. So you put that in there, you kind of tap out the excess like that, and then you take this, which is rubber, so it's fine, and I'm gonna mix it around, make sure that everything has a good coating of it. And like I said, I usually make my own sofrito, which is way better. For those of you that don't know, sofrito is just basically a whole bunch of vegetables blended together, and it makes like that puree kind of thing. You just put it in your fridge, you put it in here, and it gives a great taste to your food. You can put it on anything you want. Okay, so then I go ahead and I'm gonna add now my garlic powder, and I'm just gonna, I'm very generous with it. I don't have a specific amount. It's based off of how you want your food to be. Give me a sec. I just have to turn over these pork chops. They're just about done because they're small, so they get done right away. If Angel were here, he would totally be filming this for me, but because he's not, I have to just make do with what I can. So there we go. Okay, so don't mind this. Like I said, I got blood. That's what this is, so it's holding it. So I put in the garlic in there, so now we mix it. And since it's nice and hot, I'm gonna bring it down. I had it at a 6, I'm gonna bring it down to like a 5 right now, so I can season everything, and we don't want it to burn, like I said. So now I'm putting in my adobo, which is Goya Adobo, and I'm very generous with it. And it's all based on how much or how less you want in it, and then mix it around. And now I add some Hunt's tomato sauce. Use some of it, and I put the rest in this Tupperware and put it in the fridge, and you're good to go. You can use it for a while. So just gonna take the spoon again, and 1, 2, 3, you could do like 4 tablespoons of tomato sauce, Hunt's tomato sauce, or whatever kind of tomato sauce you want to use. And I put that in there, and now I'm gonna stir it as well. Okay, so you just stir that really good, and it smells so good right now. That's how you know the seasonings are working and everything. You just start off, when you start off, you put in the oil, let it, you know, warm up a little. You only put a little bit of oil, enough to cover like the whole bottom pan, and that's it. Enough to be able to like kind of like stir fry the vegetables and the ham and stuff. Okay, there you go, Goya small red beans. So I just open the can up, open up the can. Some people like to drain out the water in the can. I just put it all in. The water that, the can that has, I mean the water that comes in the can. I just put it all in there, just like that. Dump it all in there. Dump out the excess, see? There's nothing in there now. And then you wanna mix this. And then what I do is I take some, what you want to do is grab a bottle of water and you're going to pour some into the can. And this depends on how watery or thick you want your beans to be. I like it to be a little bit on the watery side, so I'm going to do about half the can, I don't know if you guys can see it, of water. A little bit more than half. And I'm just eyeing it. Yeah, that's good. And I'm putting it in there. And you want to stir it really well. Really, really, really well. Good. And now the final seasoning that I'm going to use is, the final seasoning that I'm going to use is the Sazon Goya packets. So I'm going to use 2 of these. Well, actually, I'm going to use just 1 because I was very generous with the adobo. So I'm going to go ahead and just use 1. Okay. And then we're going to mix it in. And then we could give it a taste. You can taste it once it boils a little. You want to go ahead and just give it a good taste and see if it's good salt wise. I don't put actual salt in here. What I put in here is those seasonings that you saw. So based off of that, I know to put in another packet of the Sazon or not. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this to boil, and now what I'm gonna be doing is gonna be cutting up some potatoes. So let's move you guys up here. Like this. I want to see if there's a way I can tilt you guys. That way you can see me. Okay, I hope this is okay. I'm really trying to work without my tripod. It kind of got messed up, so I just have to order a new one, honestly. So I literally am not a huge fan on having a lot of potatoes in there, but Angel likes the potatoes and the beans, so that's why I put it in there. So I just put a small amount. And all I'm doing is just cleaning the potato, rinsing it under the water. I'm gonna head and peel it. So I just peel the skin. And then I'm gonna cut it like in little cubes, kind of like the way the ham was. That's how I'm gonna cut the potatoes as well. So now the pork chops are done, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn those off. Kind of felt like, you know, pork chops, anybody could do them. You season them, put them in with some butter, done. You know, my beans, so I figured you guys would want to see. So all I'm doing now is just cutting them in cubes. And this is a fairly small potato, so I can do like this or a little bit smaller. I'll do it like that since it's a small potato. So I'm just cutting them. And that's it. I just cut them, like I said, in little portions like this. Sometimes I do it smaller. For the black beans I did it smaller, but it's just by preference. So right now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for this to boil, and I'll show you the color that it is right now with everything, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So this is what it looks like. I have it, as you can see, on 5, and That's for my stove anyway. I'm gonna wait for it to start boiling, and then I'll put the potatoes in there, which like I said, I cut like this. And then I'll put the potatoes in there, and I'll wait for that to boil, and then I'll give it a taste for salt, see if it needs anything else, and then that's it. You just wait for the potatoes to get soft, and then your beans are done. Once the potatoes, ooh, that's how the pork chops look now. It has a nice little kind of like crispy taste to it, so that's how Angel likes it, so that's how I make it for him. So that's done. And then I make my white rice, which is super simple, so I'm not going to show that. And then, like I said, I wait for this to boil. I'm going to put the potatoes in, and then I'm going to taste it to make sure it's good in salt. And then I just wait for the potatoes to be done in there. You want them to be soft, and then that's it. Everything's done. So that's what I'm making for dinner. Yeah, that's what I'm making for dinner. I'll show you the end result on a plate when everything's done. If you have any questions, always remember to leave a comment below, and always look at the description box because I'm going to be putting all the information there. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm serving dinner. Okay, so this is the end result. I hope you guys like. I don't eat pork chops, so that's why you don't see it, but I put sweet plantains instead. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.
With lots of ice. Okay? So get ready, here we go.
Okay, I'm trying to eat my first meal of the day at 12.
I'm trying to also, and I'm pregnant. Nobody cares about that around here. Oh, somebody doesn't know what to say now. Okay, dry your hands. I said dry your hands. Don't show me, only show the cup. Come show it, me put your hands.